What'd you like?
You know, I thought, we with our depth to use it, we wanted to play 94 feet, and we felt like that we needed to do that. We were playing against the zone, and we really, like normal, we haven't spent a lot of time playing against zone because we've been working really hard trying to be the defensive team we want to be. And so this was really good for us. I think Coach Benson does a great job with his matchup zone. And throughout the game, they were doing some different things. What we didn't do in the first half was put the ball inside. We were on pace to shoot, 53s. And I'm not saying any of them were bad shots, but they would have loved for us to shoot 53. And we wanted to, when you look at the difference in the shooting percentage in the first half and second half, it shows you what putting the ball inside can do for you. Overall, I think the effort was pretty good, but one thing I wanted to see, or we wanted to see as a staff, was concentration. And when got a little upset was because of that. You know, guys thinking the game's over, looking at the scoreboard. And I think this time of year it's so critical to develop great mental discipline and habits. And again, there were some good things. And again, one of the good things was, you know, we've only worked against the zone really just a couple days. And I thought that the in-game adjustments that the players made were really good. There were some good things that happened. I thought that James Daniel played probably better than where we thought he was. Kyle, again, has had a couple really good days of practice. I think he's starting to understand exactly what he needs to do. And Jordan Bones definitely is an improved player, but he's the one guy that I'm talking about concentration. His has got to be at a high level on every single possession. And I think when I took him out and got on him, and I will continue to do that because he was trying to get Brad a shot when he should have been running the offense and understanding what we're trying to develop. And that's, again, goes back to mental toughness and concentration. But again, there were some eves. We'll get more comfortable. But Grant, I thought, did some good things. And but overall, it was a good night for us. We got some work done that we need to get done. And, but now we get a chance to play again Sunday, which I think is a great thing to do that. And then we'll be back here next Friday night, I think.
Corey, then Grant.
Coach, can you back on Jordan Bones for a second? He had another solid game in terms of distributing the ball. He had 8 assists to, I believe, just 1 turnover. What stood out most to you to his game tonight? What do you think he can improve on based on what you saw?
Well, what's impressed me about Jordan is that, again, I'm really hard on him, and I will always be hard on him because I think if you're going to be a point guard, it comes with a lot of responsibility. And you can't only think for yourself, but you got to think for your teammates. You know, he's had 2 games now where he had 8 assists tonight. He had 11 in the Davidson scrimmage, and he's had a turnover in that game and a turnover tonight. And 2 of them, and both turnovers were ridiculous. He shouldn't have turned it over either time. And but you know, he wants to do the right thing, and he's trying. But I'm going to stay on him because I don't know how well he does with compliments. I don't know. But I do think he's bought in, totally trying to be the player that we want him to be. And like I said, he's got as hard a position to play on the court as anybody. And the question is, how good does he want to be? And we're going to find that out as we really go through this year.
I know starters probably don't matter in an exhibition game, but what's the logic in bringing Grant off the bench? Is that to see what you have?
I just honestly didn't like the way he has played up to this point. And what we need and what we've got to get, we've got to get some guys that aren't on a roller coaster, that are up and down. You know, you got to have 3 or 4 guys that you can count on. Really 5. You need 5 guys. If you're going to start 5 guys every night, you've got to have a pretty good idea what they're going to do. And it goes back to practice. Are guys going to come in every day understanding they've got to get better? And again, I don't care. I mean, I told him we might decide who starts right before every game. We're going to watch how guys prepare the day, you know, not just the day before, but certainly getting ready the day before, the night before, day of, because I think minutes are really valuable. And I don't think anybody should think they're going to have an entitlement to them. And I told Grant last night, I was going to tell you guys ask him why he didn't start. And I think he would be man enough to say that he hasn't done what we need him to do. And but again, we've got to get more guys that we know every day that it's not going to be a roller coaster
You
ride.
like his play tonight?
I thought he did. I thought he went in. You know, he ended up in the first half. I'm not sure. I think most of his touches in the first half were from offensive rebounds, and we think we got guys that can score the ball in there, but they can't score it if guards don't throw it to them. And but I thought he responded well. And but again, I mean, 18 points, 12 rebounds. That's 2 back-to-back games. No turnovers, even though he got lucky on 1. And so overall, it was I think he did. But again, I think I could look at everybody and say there were some good things. Fulkerson, you think about it, that's the first time he's played since the last time he was in the building and got hurt. But overall, it was good. I mean, so I think, again, I don't think he responded necessarily well by coming off the bench. I just want him to know that I'm not playing around. I mean, I want to see, we got to have 3, like I said, 5 guys at least that we can count on and every day, and it can't be, like I said, I don't want to be on a roller coaster ride with these guys all day.
And Michael, then Boomer, then Mike.
Okay, Coach. Just a 2-part question. First, Admiral Schofield, you mentioned that he was going to move to the wing this year, and I saw some parts of the game he played some power forward as well, moving him around. Is that sort of the plan for him this year?
Yeah, we'll use him a little bit like we used Robert Hubbs. What he didn't do tonight at all from the wing was his problem is he so wants to make Admiral can really shoot the ball. He really can shoot it, but he shoots himself into bad nights because if he misses the first one, he has a tendency to say, I got to make one, as opposed to letting it just come to him. And but what he didn't do tonight was really from that position rebound the ball. And his offensive rebounds came from more when he was inside. We've got to have 3 guys, at least 3, and there's times we want 4 guys on the offensive glass, and but he didn't do that. But yeah, he'll play in both, and it all gets back offensively. We've got guys that can play in a lot of different areas. It's going to get back to where can you guard.
And you had 10 players play 10 more minutes today. Just how far are you right now as far as lineup combinations?
I don't have any combinations in mind. I'm going to play guys. I think that we've got guys that, again, it goes back to practice. And what I can only tell you why guys won't play. They're sloppy, they're not concentrating, they're not playing with the effort, they're not going to play. And because I don't think it's fair. I do think our guys work really hard, as I think most teams work pretty hard, really hard. I think our guys work hard, but I think that they have to understand that you've got to also think this game, and you've got to know yourself, you've got to know your teammates, and again, I do think that, I've said it before, this is the first time since we've been here that we've really had depth, but that depth will be based on, I mean, we didn't have Chris Darrington tonight, and I think he's going to play some minutes, and but to play the way we want to play, we're going to need all of them. And we've been through it now 2 years where injuries have come into play. And I've said, if you've got the depth that we think we need, we should be able to survive an injury here or an injury there. And it goes back again to understanding that we work. And again, these guys work for 40, 41 opportunities a year. And they can't let any of them. I don't care if it's an exhibition game. I don't care if it's this scrimmage Sunday. It's about developing winning habits. And understand, again, we don't have a guy in the program that understand what it takes to play at and win at the very highest level. And so, and that's no excuse, but we've got to understand that we develop that in practice every day, and so every guy's got to realize that we're going to need everybody, and can be no letdown.
Finish up with Boomer, then Mike, and Vince.
Coach, James Daniel played the most minutes out of anybody tonight. I know he got a little bit of a late break because of his injury that he was dealing with, but how is he transitioning along with the rest of the guards there, and what specifically has impressed you about him besides the score?
Well, I'll tell you, last night in our team meeting, I actually said that I'm not happy with where he was. He wasn't transitioning very well, but I thought he was probably the biggest surprise tonight. In terms of, I thought he had great command of himself. And again, he's learning to play a whole different game. Where is he? It's the 6 shots. I guarantee it is a career low for him from his time at Howard. And he's a guy that, as a coaching staff, he's a guy that when he gets a good look at it and shoots a rhythm shot, we think he's our best open shooter. And but he's learning to do things and play a way that he's never played before. And what he did tonight, defensively he was good. I thought he did a good job with that. Again, he had no turnovers, and that's not what we've seen in practice because he's got himself in too many. And so coming in tonight, to be quite honest with you, we weren't sure where we were with our guards, and I'm still not sure totally. But we need our guard play to be really good. And but tonight, I thought his poise and his demeanor. Again, I would say from a coaching standpoint, he was a guy that, and he needs to play because you're right. He's only been back at it for about a month, and so. But the reason he played tonight, we just like this again. Like Jordan Bone probably would have played more, but when he made that play and had a little bit of an attitude about it, he ain't playing anymore. It's plain and simple. And in the past, they could do that. They could do that. They're not doing it now because we're gonna carry ourselves the way winning teams need to carry themselves all the time. And so I think that if he does it, now we got to get Lamonte playing at a level that he can. And his problem is, again, concentration. Like he had that turnover there where he was not playing the game, he was playing the scoreboard, and then we get Darrington back. Our guards, we're going to get them there, but they're all just like our post guys. They're going to understand every possession counts.
Kind of touched on it earlier, but getting John Fulkerson back, how nice was that for you? And what's the next step for him as he returns to play?
Well, I didn't know until somebody told me they wanted him to play around 15 minutes. What did he play? 10. Somebody, I didn't even know that. But again, he's only been cleared for about, really totally cleared for, I think, what, a week and a half, something like that maybe? If that, no more than that. You know, Derek's been out for a couple weeks. I thought he got tired, but Folke has got to get himself back in shape. He's got to play more, and he'll get it back. There's no doubt he'll get it back. But again, he's only really had a week and a half of it where he's been able to go at it. Derek, like I said, he's missed up to 2 weeks with a concussion that he missed, and so we've had some injuries and ankles that we've had to work through. But I like our team. I do. I love these guys, but I want more for them than I think they might see right now, and I think my job is to make them realize what we want doesn't come easy. There's a heavy price you got to pay for it, and that's every day, and we're not there yet, and that really gets down to one word: toughness.
Finish up with Vince.
Coach, with your roster this year, do you think you might have more opportunities to press with some certain lineups this year?
Yeah, we can, and you know, the way we played tonight defensively, we did that in the Davidson scrimmage as well, but we haven't really added a lot of trapping to it. Like I said, we haven't even worked on a lot of zone offense or defense really, because we really want to be a good man-to-man team in the half court, but we also think that with our depth, we can extend our defense, and we just want to be there. We just want to be down there making people have to deal with it. But eventually we could do some of that, but I still know that we're trying to work some guys in. We still are young in some areas, but I know we've got to be better defensively, and so we have spent a lot of time with our man-to-man defense and trying to rebound and help each other, trying to learn how to, you know, X out when we have to. A lot that goes into it, but hopefully eventually we will get to that, and I don't think it's that hard. But again, I'm thinking of that the way we ended the half, just those kind of laws is where we got to get those fixed before we can really get more added to it, I think.
Coach, thank you.
All right, thank you guys.